Welcome back. On this Thursday, we are continuing Proverbs chapter 5. Let's pick it up starting with verse 15. Remember that we've been talking about the foolish woman, the forbidden woman, to watch out for the forbidden woman. Foolishness, I've said, wickedness. We're going to get a little bit more into that today as well. 15 through 17. Drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well. Should your springs be scattered abroad, streams of water in the streets, let them be for yourself alone and not for strangers with you. All right, this isn't really about water. It is about faithfulness. Faithfulness in your marriage. Again, in the previous readings, I was saying that this was really focused not on the forbidden woman being a woman, but on wickedness. But here, showing faithfulness, don't spread it out. Don't sometimes search for wisdom and other times for foolishness. Drink water from your own cistern, not share it with foolishness, right? In a way, yes, it seems to be talking more about the faithfulness in marriage. But again, using this analogy, we see it as faithfulness to wisdom as well. Although the next few verses 18 through 20, really make it look more like it is the marriage. Verses 18 through 20. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice in the wife of your youth, a lovely deer, a graceful doe. Let her breast fill you at all times with delight. Be intoxicated always in her love. Why should you be intoxicated, my son, with a forbidden woman, and embrace the bosom of an adulteress? Definitely talking about marriage here. Primarily, but don't lose the level 2 reading, the analogy that he's giving to faithfulness in marriage to the wife of your youth, but also faithfulness to the wisdom that God has given to us and the faith he has given to us, following him and not after the adulteress of foolishness. Let's continue. Wrap up 21 through 23. For a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. The iniquities of the wicked ensnare him, and he is held fast in the cords of sin. He dies for lack of discipline, and because his great folly, he is led astray. He sees, the Lord sees what we are doing. A man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord. Perhaps Solomon has heard the story of his father and mother David and Bathsheba and the adultery that happened there, and how David says that he was wasting away in his sin. When he was especially called out on that. Psalm 21 mentions that in his Psalm of Confession. Maybe that was what Solomon was thinking of here. That man can't hide his adultery, his wickedness from the Lord. This is, again, wrapping it back up. It focuses more, I believe, on this being, again, an analogy of a husband, a faithful wife in wisdom, and the forbidden woman of foolishness, because it talks then about the iniquities of the wicked ensnare him, and he is held fast in the cords of his sin. He dies for the lack of discipline, and because of the great folly, he is led astray. Again, going back to that symbol of rejecting wisdom and following folly, following foolishness and wickedness. And yes, this does apply to both. It is about marriage and rejoicing in the wife of your youth or husband of your youth, whatever it might be. And it's also about rejoicing in the wisdom that God has given to us and not rejecting that for wickedness. I'll see you again tomorrow as we wrap up this week. God bless.